Down.
Airport's still closed?
Indefinitely. They say they're trying to melt the snow. It could take another day.
Look, relax. You have no control over the weather.
I don't believe it.
A storm?
Polly, leaving without me. It isn't smart. It isn't safe.
Look. She was upset about her father's funeral, and that was the priority.
Yeah, I know that, but I could have helped her.
Oh, wait, hold it. You calling Holly?
I'm going to try to.
Well, I doubt that she's even there yet.
Well, there's one way to find out.
Look. Just wait for a minute. If it for no other reason than to let you calm down, huh?
Look, I cannot calm down until I get answers. Answers like, why didn't she wait for me when she said she would wait for me? We were supposed to go together, and mostly, is she all right? Welcome back, Miss Holly.
Hello, William. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to say hello last night, but I got in rather late and I went straight to bed.
Now, the prodigal returns. Good morning, Holly. I'm glad to see you. Are you here alone?
Nanny should be along shortly. She stopped by to see the vicar.
How nice for her. And you're Mr. Spencer.
He's waiting for me back in Port Charles.
I'm surprised he let you out of his sight. You're looking very well. Did you have a smooth flight?
Oh, let's skip the civilities, shall we? You know why I'm here. I've come to make sure my father has a proper burial in the family plot.
Well, that is entirely up to you.
What can I do?
Agree to my terms. If you care about your father's final resting place, you'll do as I ask. We just need to tidy up a couple of details, that's all.
I don't see what my father has to do with this. He was always loyal to the family.
Unlike his daughter.
Why won't you let him rest in peace?
I'm sure Charles doesn't care much one way or another.
But why deny him his rightful place in the family plot?
Why, to get at you, of course.
Congratulations. Now what?
It's very simple, really. I'll see to it that Charles is buried in the family plot after a proper funeral at St. Luke's. That's what you want, isn't it?
You know it is.
All right, I give you my word. Charles will go to his grave with his honor intact and his name as clean in Victoria as it ever was.
All this in exchange for what?
Your signature.
On?
On a statement that I've drawn up, clearing me of all involvement in the oil scam.
I won't do it.
I think you will.
Never.
That's a very long time to consign your beloved father to an unmarked grave in some cow pasture.
You wouldn't.
It's not me that's doing it, Holly. It's you.
I'm not going to let you go free.
Well, why not?
Because you're responsible.
You give me too much credit.
You turned my whole family into swindlers. You were the one who was responsible for involving my father in everything.
Not against his will.
Regardless, you're more guilty than any of us.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
It's the truth.
Tell me, have you ever seen me commit one single crime?
I know what you've done.
But you can be persuaded to forget it, right?
Not for anything in the world.
Well, then you won't mind going to visit your father's unmarked grave in Potter's Field, that sordid little plot with the weeds and the garbage all around.
Stop it!
Well, you know how you can stop me. And besides, the funeral will be held tomorrow at any rate.
You don't mean that.
You know me better than that, Holly. I always mean what I say.
Well, I won't let you.
Well, you know how you can stop me. All it takes is one little signature.
No.
Well, perhaps you need just a little more time to think about it. Alone, I shall be in my study when you change your mind.
Bad out there.
Well, things must be pretty grim if the airport's closed.
It must be. I can't even get a charter plane to make that flight.
You kidding? Those guys will fly in anything.
Not in this.
So, there's your answer. You're going to have to wait it out.
Well, we've still got the phone. She might be there by now.
You really have no choice in this matter, you know. But where do you figure she'll go?
Probably the country house. That's where the funeral is.
Now go.
The operator. Operator, I'm having trouble reaching a number in Victoria, British Columbia. What? What? What do you mean? The lines can't be down. Somebody made a call from here last night to Victoria. They had no problem at all. I know we're in the middle of an ice storm, darling. Okay, all right, excuse me. I'm sorry about that. How long do you think it's going to be till I can make this call? Oh, wonderful.
So how long?
No telling. The ice has got the lines down.
All right, well, look at it this way. It could be worse.
How?
At least we got a call through to Trotter at the DIM. He will watch Holly closely.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they'll stay close.
What's he going to do, move into Percy's house?
I doubt that he'll invite them.
Well, then she's in trouble, and you know it.
Luke, the DIM will watch every move that she makes.
Robert, that man can wallow in dirt and come up spotless. He could get away with murder.
I don't think he'll do anything. There's too much heat at this point.
Holly's a threat to him.
He can't make any waves.
Does he realize that?
Whatever else he is, he's not stupid.
No, he isn't. That's the problem. I know he's going to make a move, and I don't know what it is. I'm like a prisoner in my own place.
Relax, will you?
I can't relax. Robert, why didn't she wait for me? She told me she would wait for me. We had it all arranged. Why didn't she wait?
Maybe something came up.
Like what?
Well, maybe she couldn't reschedule her father's funeral.
The man is dead. What difference does another day make?
Oh, is that where that goes? That's great. All right, let's go back. What else could make her bolt from you, huh?
I don't know, and I have no way of finding out either.
Look, there's no point us standing around here cursing Mother Nature, the phone company, and airlines.
What do you want to do, curse each other?
That's never worked in the past. Let's go out to Kelly's, have something to eat. Worry makes you hungry. Here.
All right, I'm going to stop by my stateroom and gather up everything I'm taking if I ever get out of this town.
What else did he say?
That was it. If I sign the paper freeing him of responsibility of the oil swindle, Percy will let my father's funeral go ahead as planned. If not,
I know how difficult this must be for you.
what am I going to do?
Well, I'm afraid that is your decision.
But what do you think?
It's not my place to say.
Please, Nanny, is it important where my father is buried?
I'm not the one to answer that. You see, I am sentimental, and my feelings would cloud my judgment.
But you know I'm the same way.
I suppose you are, but I know how much Charles loved your mother, and I can't help feeling how he would like to have been laid to rest alongside her. It was important to him.
I know.
However, I don't believe that Percy should get off scot-free.
That's my choice.
And a difficult one it is, too.
I owe it to Father. He did the best he could for me. He always supported me no matter what I wanted to do, even when I wanted to get involved in the family business. He encouraged me always. Oh, how could I have been so naive?
You were young.
I should have known better. Father, he discouraged me at first, but when he realized that my heart was set on it, he helped me. He let me work with him. And then when I wanted to back out, he helped me then, too.
Oh, he loved you so much.
I owe it to him. I can't let him down.
You won't, whatever you do.
Burying him next to Mother is the least I can do.
But Charles wouldn't want you to compromise yourself to make that happen.
I don't know what else to do. Besides, perhaps it wouldn't be so bad.
What do you mean?
I never actually saw Percy commit any crimes himself, did you?
It doesn't matter what I saw.
It does to me.
The important thing now is for you to follow your conscience.
It's not that easy.
It never is.
I know what I want to do. I just wish there was another way to do it. If only Luke were here, I could talk it over with him.
Well, why don't you ring him up?
Yeah, maybe I should, just at least to let him know I'm all right.
No answer.
I got a recording. All telephone lines in the area are down because of a storm. I'll never be able to get through.
Now what will you do?
Whatever it is, looks like I'll have to do it alone.
You know, it's hard to believe we may finally be getting rid of her.
Ollie?
Star, you idiot.
Oh, yeah, stop.
Earth to Major Tong. Where's your head at?
Robert, you don't want to know.
Well, I can guess.
What were you saying?
That if this guy buys the boat, it's going to change a lot of things.
Yeah, I guess so.
We're going to have to find another place to live. We're going to have to get jobs. It's going to shake up a lot of lives.
Listen, man, my life at the moment is in a blender at high speed.
Don't you find it exciting?
Frankly, no.
I think I might take that job as police commissioner.
That's nice.
Am I keeping you awake?
What?
Look, if you don't want to talk about my career or my future, perhaps we can find something more stimulating, like weather reports and fallen phone lines.
Okay, Robert, look, I'm sorry, okay? So you want to be police commissioner, huh?
I'm thinking about it.
You've thought about it before. You told them no.
This is different. The last time was just a glorified pencil pusher on social figurehead. Now, this time, there's real in-the-field investigative work, not to mention embarrassing perks and outrageous salaries.
And, of course, all those guys are on the take.
Not once I'm commissioner.
Just testing.
You know, the more I think about it, this job could be just what I need right now.
Well, great. Why don't you just call them up and tell them you'll do it?
Well, I thought that I might...
Maybe later, though. Let me use the phone first. I gotta make a quick call. Got it done?
Incidentally, how long does it take for an operator to tell you that phone lines are down?
Well, maybe they're up by now.
But let me tell you, nothing's going to have happened in half an hour.
One way to find out. Operator, yeah. Can you tell me just how long it's going to take before I can make a call out of here? A long-distance call. When? As soon as possible. Fine. When is that? Right.
Your face says it all.
You called it.
If I know what?
Well, I can't sit around here, man. I'm going over to the hospital, talk to Bobby and Ruby, tell them that I'm leaving for Victoria as soon as the airport clears.
You want me to come with you?
No, that's all right. When I leave there, I'm going to the store, pack some bags so that they have everything ready. And I'm going to the airport. I'll wait there.
One question. Why?
Why? Because I want to wait at the airport, because I don't want to waste any more time.
Is all this really necessary?
Well, I won't know until I get to Victoria. But I can tell you one thing. All this grief could have been saved.
But storms happen.
It's not the weather, man. It's Holly. We had an agreement. She blew it. She went off without me. How many times do I have to tell you that? And as it is, she's driving me closer to my grave. She's probably digging her own.
Well,
Well, what?
what have you decided?
I haven't.
Well, you'd better do so. Your time is up. Now, I want to know what you're going to do, and I want to know now. You're wasting time. Now, either you sign this statement, or your father does not get the funeral he wanted. If you're prepared to disregard your father's last wishes and betray his trust...
Oh, you know I'm not.
Then you'll do it.
What do you think? I wouldn't go against my father's wishes. I want him to be buried where he wished to be. It's the last thing I can do for him.
Just as I had hoped. I admire your loyalty, my dear. I wish my son felt the same way.
He might if you gave him as little choice as you've given me.
No, he's not like you, Holly. You're doing the right thing, and I admire you for it.
You admire me for giving in to emotional blackmail.
For respecting your father.
I don't know that admiration of a man like you is something that I would wish to have. Someone who could stoop so low to save his own skin.
Well, you're right. What should I say?
You can tell me it was a misunderstanding.
Sorry. Now, will you sign?
No. Give me that thing. You know I will. I said I would. I don't go back on my own word. But first, call the vicar and arrange the funeral for tomorrow.
I'd be delighted. Hello, Vicar. Yes, this is Percy Durbin. Ah, very well, thanks. And you? Listen, I just called to let you know that I've changed my mind. I'd like Charles Sutton's funeral and burial to proceed as originally planned tomorrow. Will that cause you any difficulty? That's good, that's good. I'm sorry to have given you so little notice. These have been somewhat trying times. I'm sure you understand. Yes. I'll see you tomorrow, Vicar. Thank you very much. All set. Your turn. That wasn't so hard, was it? I'm sure you will not regret this.
I already do.
Mr. Trotter, sir. He said you were expecting it.
Sorry to burst in on you like this, Mr. Durbin, but I must talk to Holly.
Go right ahead.
Alone.
All right.
I'm fine. How did you know I was here?
Robert called me from Port Charles. He and Luke were worried about you. Wanted me to check.
I've tried to reach Luke, but apparently all the phone lines are down because of a storm.
Yes, they're completely cut off. The airport's closed, too.
I thought so.
What about you? Are you in any danger?
Not to my knowledge. Why?
No one's forcing you to stay.
No.
Then how long do you plan to remain here?
I only came out for my father's funeral. I'll leave as soon as he's buried.
That's it?
What do you mean?
There's nothing else you want to tell me?
No, really, I'm fine. As soon as I've seen my father is laid to rest, I'll be on my way.
And you're sure there's nothing I can do for you?
No, thank you. I would have contacted you if there were.
Yes, I suppose so. Well, I'm sorry I've disturbed you, but I had to be certain.
Well, thank you. I understand. Thank you very much.
And if there's anything you need, don't hesitate to call.
No, I won't. Thank you.
Holly. Luke sent him, didn't he?
Yes.
He must be very worried about you.
He might never talk to me again.
Why?
I signed Percy's statement.
I thought you had.
Do you think I did wrong?
No, I think you followed your conscience. But I wonder how Luke will feel when he finds out that Percy has been cleared.
I pray he'll understand. In this instance, it doesn't matter what Luke thinks, because I did what I had to do.
Well, then tell him that.
Sometimes you have to do things on your own. And this was one of those times for me. I just hope Luke sees that.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for everything.
Oh, I didn't do much, Puppet.
Oh, you did. You were here. See you at the funeral tomorrow.
Try not to worry.
Well, it's done. Now I just have to live with it.
Things are going to work out. You'll see.
I hope so.
Bye-bye.
Having second thoughts.
Do you mind? I'd like to be alone.
I just want to be sure you hadn't said anything to distress our friend, Mr. Trotter.
What are you worried about? You've got your piece of paper.
Then I assume you're not thinking of changing your mind.
I signed the bloody thing, didn't I?
You realize that there are many members of the family all over the world who would be very distressed if they thought you had done anything to further damage our reputation.
Reputation? That's a laugh.
Not to us. I assume you know the consequences if you go against your word.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And you are aware of the seriousness of the situation.
As long as my father has a decent burial, you have nothing to fear from me.
Then we have nothing further to discuss.
I hope not.
You've made your choice. As of this moment, consider yourself no longer a member of this family.
Oh, not that. Anything but that.
I'm glad you find it amusing. Let's see if you still feel that way as you struggle to make your way with a pauper husband in Port Charles. As a young lady who was brought up on Riviera summers, I'm sure you'll find poverty to be a rude awakening.
There are worse things.
I can't imagine what.
Like living off blood money, for one.
The bank doesn't care.
Well, I do, and I'll have no part of it.
Excuse me, sir.
What is it, William?
There's a call from Miss Holly. From Port Charles.
Is it Luke? Would you excuse me? I'd like to take it in here. Luke?
Finally. Babe, I've been trying to reach you for hours.
Yes, I tried to reach you, too.
English, are you all right? What's going on?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine. Father's funeral is set for tomorrow.
Why didn't you wait for me?
I couldn't.
Why not?
Well, I'll tell you all about it when I see you.
Listen, I'm flying out there as soon as the airport is open. I shouldn't be... it shouldn't be too much longer.
Don't bother. It'll be faster if I just come home after the funeral.
No way. I want to be with you.
Please don't come. I'll be all right.
All right, something's wrong. What is it?
No, Luke, nothing, honestly.
Why did you leave without me?
Can you still hear me?
Talk louder.
Listen, darling, I think we're about to lose this connection.
Wait.
I love you. I'll be back in Port Charles as soon as I can.
But wait a minute.